Welcome back to the way we farm. So today on Tom's Toys, you're going to get a glimpse into Tom Corcoran's past from back when I was just a wee little lad. So when I was turned 5, I believe, my grandparents bought me this John Deere. I always pretended it was a 4430 for my 5th birthday in 1975 before they headed to Florida. So my birthday's in March. And we had a little party before they headed to Florida, probably like in January. And I love this tractor. So at one time, my little hand fit inside of there, and it's hard to tell, but this side of the steering wheel, behind that is all the paint is wore off because my little middle finger, one of my fingers used to go behind the steering wheel so I could reach in the cab and steer it. I ran this poor tractor so much and did so much work with it that I wore the insides of these tires off. This thing has got more miles on it. Oh my goodness. So then as I got a little bit older, I come up with this great idea. I would take the little cap off. We'll get to this tractor in a minute. I take this little cap off and put a longer rod in there, and I could put duals on one side. So when I was pulling my plow, look at that poor axle's bent. When I was pulling my plow, I could put duals on this side. I forget where we got the donor tractor that had the dual tire, but we put 2 tires on this side, 1 on the furrow side. This tractor came from the factory, and it does not have matching rear tires. That one is a little different bar tread than that one. But this tractor, as I got a little bit older, I painted the drawbar black. I tried to put red paint on here for the lights that are supposed to actually be amber, but I didn't know that when I was a little kid. This chrome pipe, I don't remember when I put that on, but when I was a little dude, at one point the rubber muffler got lost. So out of wood, I whittled a muffler. So really I should take that stupid chrome pipe off and put this little wood one that I whittled out of a chunk of wood. So I don't even know what kind of wood that is, but that's kind of funny. So this old tractor, and I don't know, I probably was pretty sad the day that happened. That looks like it was a significant fall, but I put a lot of hours on this tractor, man. I can't tell you how much we played. So we used to have a farm out in the garage. We had a 2-car garage, and the one bay was dedicated to our farms, if you will. I got 2 brothers, and my cousin would put his farm up with our stuff. And then in the winter, we'd move into the heated basement. We had a good-sized basement, so each of us, my mom painted the floor a nice gray color, and then she had lines, I don't know how big they were, but each of our farms was 6 or 8 feet wide, and we had our own little barns and stuff. So as I got a few years older, one year for my birthday or Christmas, I begged for this articulated tractor. So don't remember exactly when it was, but this tractor's seen some hours. The top of the cab is a little bit wore from me driving it, and it worked out well because as I got older, my hand got bigger. It wouldn't fit in the cab of the 4430, but I could steer this thing real easy. So it came with a fold-up offset disc or one of them John Deere folding discs that the hitch swung over. So that was cool. Put a lot of miles and hours on that. So it's just kind of funny. In 2009, I bought a real 4430. In 2010, I bought an 8440 that we still have. We still have both of them. So I got the toys. They sit in the office just in a display case. But man, the hours I spent. And when I was a kid, if you couldn't back something up, you didn't cheat and slide the butt end over. You had to actually, that's how I truly learned how to operate farm equipment, was backing a wagon in the barn and backing up a chopper and pulling a corn picker. We made corn pickers and choppers before we had money, or they even made good ones. We made them out of Rector set toys or pieces, and so these old tractors, they're near and dear to my heart. And so then we're going to talk about one more toy, and then the rest of everything else will be on the next episode. So when my boys got old enough to do Pinewood derbies, that's when John Deere had their race car, their NASCAR. So I made this car for the boys, or helped them make it. And I ground out the bottom. I don't even remember how I did that. Looks like an angle grinder. and we screwed the weights to the bottom to make it weigh. I don't even remember how many ounces they're supposed to weigh, but I don't remember the old John Deere car being stellar fast, but it was cool nonetheless. So I want to hear your comments. Do you still have the toys you had as you were a kid? Down in the basement, I've got boxes. I've got my gravity wagons. I probably got my homemade corn picker and my homemade chopper. I've got a plow. I've got a 4-row planter. I've probably got a John Deere baler and a whole bunch of other stuff. An old beat the heck 6600 combine and an old beat up Massey Ferguson combine. But these are the toys. Oh, excuse the finger. So these are the toys that I played with as a kid, and as you know, I'm a John Deere fan, and I had a whole fleet of John Deere equipment. My brothers had different stuff than I had. My cousin had something different. We all played together. We used to swap tractors back and forth. I remember my brother had a 5020 that he liked. He had like a 1466 with a cab on it, and we just had some cool old toys. So some of my best memories of being a kid were just playing out in the yard, in the garage, or in the basement with these old tractors. And we spent hours and hours and hours. And the good thing is, they never broke down. The parts were cheap to fix because they didn't break down. But in our little world, man, we covered a lot of ground with them, and we thought we were pretty cool. So thanks for tuning in. Like I say, let me hear a comment about your toys that you still have or did have. And as always, great day to feed the world. Hope you are too. Thanks for tuning in.